Well, hello there, Capricorn. How are you? It is so good to see you again. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So today we are doing your February 2023 Tarot reading. We'll take a look at the overall energies with the Oracle cards, and then we'll move to the Tarot for more details. And this is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So if the message doesn't resonate with you, you may want to check out one of your other signs in order to see if that message would resonate. Okay, so let's take a look at your animal spirit. Badger spirit, be fearless and bold. Okay, Capricorn, you were being called to the forefront and crossing bridges. It's time for healing, connecting, mending, and releasing. Okay, so, if you see the Badger spirit here is the number 4. Fours are about building, right? It's about, crossing bridges, building bridges, building from, where you are, taking a look at where you are, accepting the situation, your life, a relationship, career, whatever it is, kind of accepting it for what it is, but then crossing this bridge over to where it is that you want to be, and understanding that part of that is being fearless and bold. When we have that sense of acceptance, then we sometimes can see the situation a little bit more clearly. When we are in a sense of fear, because it says be fearless, right? When we're in fear, a lot of times we can kind of project that fear out into the world or onto other people. So it's about really sitting with yourself and saying, okay, where am I now, right? You're on one side of the bridge. Where am I now? And where would I like to go? Where would I like to be? Perhaps in a month or in 6 months or a year, whatever it is. And then being fearless and bold to saying to yourself, what do I, right? What is it within me that I can control, that I would like to do in order to get from here to the other side of the bridge? So it's really taking a look at it from what you can control. We can't control other people or other circumstances, right? We can only control how we feel about those situations or relationships, right? And kind of accepting it, saying, okay, I can't control that. So what can I control? What is within my control? And then moving forward from that point of view. And that takes, it honestly is a very much of a bold move, because when we get into that energy, we're no longer blaming other people or other circumstances, right? It's kind of like it does take a little bit of courage to step into that energy of saying, okay, it is up to me. If I want to cross this bridge, if I want to get to the other side, right, of a certain situation or something, it's about me. What can I do? What actions can I take, right? What changes in my mindset? What changes in my behaviors can I make, right? That's all I can control. So I'm going to focus on that, about how I can get to where it is that I want to go. Yeah, this is beautiful. This is, honestly, this is like so healing. I feel like, this is really for the month of February. I feel like, early March, you may have a completely different viewpoint of the situation when you step into this energy. Yeah, because right now, oh my goodness, yeah, you have the Three of Swords and the Ace of Cups. I feel like you're really kind of, the sense of it's time for mending, healing. There's something here that you are trying to heal, some disappointment. So it could be a disappointment in a relationship, in your career, in your job, in, any situation in your life. And you're kind of like focusing, there's a little bit of focusing on what has happened. But you can't control that. Right? That's the hard part, is stepping into that energy. I can't change that. That's what has happened. This is where I am, accepting where you are at this moment. And sometimes that is kind of uneasy. And yet at the same time, I'll share, when I get into that energy and I can accept the situation for where it is now, it almost kind of like I almost get a lighter energy immediately, because it's kind of like, okay, I'm coming back into accepting where I am at this moment and looking only at what I can control. Because when our mind, okay, is trying to control other people or other situations or wishing things were different, right? That's a lot of energy wasted. And we don't accomplish anything, right? That's kind of a little bit of the pity party that we can fall into, and we all do, right? So it's kind of like, okay, I'm going to accept what is here now. How can I share my love, my light for either this situation or for myself? What can I control? The only thing I can control is how I perceive the situation. Yeah, stepping into this loving sense, loving yourself. I feel like something has happened where you find yourself in a situation that's very disappointing. And it could be a lot of your self-talk, because you see, we have the throat chakra there, right? It could be that your self-talk is even bringing your energy down more, because you're looking at the situation in things. I feel like somebody or some situation has made you feel a little bit sad about yourself, right? Kind of a little bit unworthy. Well, if that didn't work out, then it'll never work out, or something like that. That job didn't work out, so I'm never going to be worthy of getting a better job, or that relationship didn't work out, I'll never be able to have another relationship. It's almost like you're in that energy, but part of it is that it's about your self-talk. What are you saying to yourself? You are a loving person, Capricorn. You're very loving, and it could be that you're in that energy where somebody or some situation has made you feel sad, It's about really surrounding this energy with love. You have love on both sides. Ace of Cups and Knight of Cups. Just kind of like loving yourself, even though this has been a very difficult situation. So let's take a look at your present energy here. Yeah, Two of Swords. You don't know what to do about this situation. Something is depleting. Okay, whether it's financial or it's a relationship or whatever it is, it's depleting your energy because you're trying to decide, what do I do about this? And part of that is that you are trying to get into the head. I'm going to say into the head because they're really highlighting the head there, and you see how big the hat is and all of that, right? You're trying to get into the head of somebody else. I feel like, this could be your employer. This could be somebody that you have some type of a relationship with, either family, friend, or romantic. But you're trying to get into their head. You're trying to understand this from their perspective, which is lovely. But at the same time, you're not making your own move because you're trying to figure it out from their perspective. It's about coming back into your own heart space and asking yourself, okay, this is where this situation is. I'm accepting it for what it is, right? I am accepting my part in it, right? And then it's kind of like, okay, what can I do to move from where I am in the situation to where I would like to be? But it's really about making choices based on what is good for you, your heart space. I feel like this other person or this other situation, it's somebody, you have the Temple past, somebody that is, really on your path is a soulmate of some sort. Once again, that doesn't have to be a romantic partner, but somebody in your life that is helping you to open up to this energy of recognizing that the only thing you can truly control is to go within and ask yourself, what do you want to do next? Based on what has happened, what direction do you want to go in? So let's see what we have. Yeah. You have the Emperor and you have the Queen of Wands, here. Could be dealing with an Aries, but you don't have to be. But there is this difficult energy here of trying to control, okay, perhaps. And I don't mean that you're actually controlling them, Capricorn. I feel like you're kind of up in your head wishing that you could get either into their mindset, right, and change their mind about something, right, or that you're trying to strategize based on what you think they are thinking, okay? Either way, you're in their head instead of in your heart. So it's about coming back to, okay, what is it? How do you want to perceive? This is the situation, accepting it, and then saying to yourself, okay, what is it that I want next in this situation? It's kind of like you have to exclude them. That's the hard part, Capricorn, because what you're recognizing is that by worrying about how they are perceiving this situation, or trying to get into their head, or wishing that this situation was different, right? That you're really kind of almost putting yourself into this stuck energy of concentrating on either the situation coming to an end if it hasn't already, or concentrating on the end of a certain situation. So it's kind of like accepting, okay, the situation is either stuck or this situation is, ended. And now it's kind of like, what do I want for myself next? Not with this relationship so much, but what is it? How am I going to move forward? It's kind of hard, Capricorn, because I feel as if your energy has been really directed on this person or this situation, or wishing that it was different, right? So your energy, I feel like your energy is highly depleted at this time. So it's kind of coming back around, getting inspired because of something that you would like. It does not have to do with this relationship. In other words, I think I almost would suggest that you go and go in a different direction, at least at this time, and put your time and energy into something that you enjoy, whether that's a hobby or traveling or whatever. It's kind of like, do something that gets you back into your heart space, because I feel like this energy has you up in your head. It's about getting back into your heart. And I feel like that might also help to raise your vibration. This is a difficult energy that you're in at this time. And yeah, and then here is your obstacle, right? It's kind of like consciousness of lack, just kind of feeling, that there isn't love in your life. You don't have someone that loves you. And that, once again, could be romance. It says door to romance. So it could be, I'm never going to have a romantic partner again, right? Well, if you sit in that energy, you're not going to attract romance, right? It's kind of like, okay, that is accepting where you are. It's almost like I think you have to accept your mindset at this time. Right? It's almost, you're accepting some past situation or some situation you're in right now. But I think it's also about accepting the fact that your mindset kind of almost has you stuck thinking that you will never be loved, or you're not worthy of love, or love is not for you, or whatever that is. Once again, it doesn't have to be romantic, but it could be, or it could be family and friends, seeing clearly. It's kind of like, I feel like it's kind of like accepting what it is and then seeing clearly, okay, what do I want for myself? How do I I think it's about stepping back into an energy of loving yourself. I think you kind of almost have maybe been through some time here, Capricorn, where your mindset has been that you are not worthy of love. So you are actually attracting in situations that are kind of validating your mindset. And that is really hard, because it's kind of like, okay, so can I switch my mindset, okay, to focusing on the people and situations in my life that do love me, including me loving me, okay? And then when you step into that energy of the people in your life that love you, and putting yourself at the top of that list, right? It's almost as if your entire mindset may change. In other words, Capricorn, there could be only one person, okay, that you have had a difficult relationship with, perhaps a difficult ending. You're focusing on that and kind of have set your mindset to based on what that person has perhaps said to you, or the ending of that relationship, right? You're kind of like labeling, identifying yourself with that difficult situation instead of looking at the people in your life. Okay, even if it's your neighbor down the street, right? Or somebody that's nice to you in a coffee shop. It does not actually have to be, somebody that's in your daily life, but there are people probably in your daily life that love you too. It's about, okay, I'm going to focus on all of the love in my life, including the love I have for myself. And when you focus on that, and I'm telling you, things change very quickly. And I'm going to send you lots of love and hugs, Capricorn, because that's a difficult situation. I've been there where we're just kind of focusing on the people that don't cherish us, right? And validating, that kind of validates any of our sense of unworthiness instead of seeking out and almost like trying to validate, if you will. We shouldn't be in an energy of validating, but almost kind of like looking for that validation in the people that actually are in our life and do love us. Yeah, we find our strength in that, okay? You're finding your strength in healing the energy of people that have been disappointing, right? Or the people that you feel like maybe you have disappointed. You're coming into this energy of stepping into and making decisions about your life, about the things that you're going to put your time, energy, and love into based on your heart, based on who is bringing you positive energy. I feel like you've been putting a lot of time and energy into something negative, right? A person that is perhaps a negative, okay? And it's about, okay, wait a minute. What is positive in my life? I'm going to just put my time and energy into that. You'll notice that your vibration raises very quickly. Yeah, and then the fourth chakra, this energy of healing, true healing of the Four Wands, happy family, happy home, financial stability, knowing that this is on your path. Loving the people and the situations that recognize your love and light instead of worrying about the people, the naysayers, the people that don't recognize your love and light. Really interesting, Capricorn. I mean, it's something for us all to think about, right? Is that we're kind of in a society where we kind of concentrate on the people, the naysayers, the people that don't accept us, right, for who we are, instead of embracing and spending more time and energy and love on the people that do embrace us. Yeah. And then it's also about recognizing too, about, taking action on those things that you truly believe in, celebrating yourself. This could be somebody that, I think you're putting an end, you're putting an end to something that could have been long-term, or a pattern of behavior, or a mindset, or, some limiting belief that you have had for a long time, that you felt like you couldn't be happy unless this person or this situation was in your life. What you're recognizing is that you are a loving soul. You have so much to offer. You have so much love and light to share. Why it's almost like this person or this situation is a black hole sucking up your energy. It's kind of like pull your energy back, Capricorn, and put it into the people, the situations that you love. It's really interesting, because I feel like it almost like it gives you a burst of energy with the Eight of Wands. It's kind of like, okay, I'm moving forward. King of Wands here. I mean, the Knight of Wands, taking action on those things that you love, And I feel like you kind of also understand there are going to be some people, it could be even this person that's kind of like, oh, well, why are you doing that? It's almost like you're giving more credit, or it's not credit. It's when you're giving somebody or some situation or some group of people a lot of weight in your decisions, instead of taking back your power and saying, okay, this is important to me. I'm moving forward. I'm going to be fearless and bold. You can either believe in me or not. It doesn't matter. But I am putting my love, my energy, my time into those things that I enjoy, instead of, this black hole that I think you've been dealing with here. All right, so let's go to your soul truth card to get you some more advice. And Capricorn, I do personal readings. So if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I'd really be honored to do a reading for you. Okay, so let's see what we have here. Am I afraid to be seen? Yeah, the world doesn't want you to hold back any longer. Time to shine your unique light on the world. You were made from love, and from love you are whole. There is no more hiding. There is no more shame. There is only truth. Live naked and free. Yeah, I feel like you are being called to not listen to the naysayers. I actually did a life purpose reading last Sunday, and I'll make sure that I link that to this. I think the title of that was Don't Let the Naysayers Win, or something like that. I feel like you're kind of listening to some people or giving them more credit for their ideas, or whatever that is, their advice, their free advice in this situation. It's kind of like, no, what is it that you would really like? I feel like it's about separating yourself from some people in your life that are just draining your energy, are not seeing your love and light for what it is. And it's almost like you're trying to keep this person or these people or this situation in your life feeling like, if that's not in my life, then I'm not worthy of love. Right? And it's about moving on from that. You are love. It says this right here, right? There is no more hiding. There is no more, wait a minute. You were made from love, and from love you are whole. Understanding you are love. You do not have to have this person or this situation in your life in order to be the loving soul that you are. It's embracing that. And, is that difficult at times? Yes, that's very difficult. Of, allowing our mindset to change. It's about moving into this new energy of what is it that you believe, Capricorn. Do you believe you are love? Do you believe you are loving? Yes, you are. And when you embrace that energy, it's kind of like, okay, I see this in a different light. I think you'll see this in a different light. All right, I'm going to leave it there, Capricorn. I really do send you so much love and light, and I appreciate all of your support through liking, commenting, and sharing, and I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.